Welcome back everyone to my low-level playthrough of Chrono Trigger. It's time for a very difficult boss. You have to basically play very defensively to defeat. This is Heckran, and he can only be defeated with magic. Chrono's going to be basically useless in this battle. We'll use him as long as he's alive, but the main stars of this show are going to be Luca and Marley, and they're going to have to perform specific actions basically in order to survive. This is also where the Mesomail that we picked up in Prehistoria is really going to come in handy, helping Luca survive. So right now Heckran ain't too bad. He has 2,100 hit points. When he gets down to half health, or 1,050 hit points, he gets a lot faster, but he's enters a predictable phase. And basically, like I said, the only way to basically survive that phase is to play very defensively. So he uses like a weak bubble attack, he uses the cyclone attack. When he gets down to half health, he uses this yes indeed attack. Right now, we just want to focus on him. Whenever he goes into this try and attack mode, this is the time for us to just heal ourselves up with tonics. We'll have to eventually use some mid-tonics, and the mid-tonics will be used based on what Heckran does in his second phase. Basically, I'm keeping track of Heckran's hit points off-screen on a calculator. And right now I just attack with Luca and Marley. Heal when necessary. Luca can survive those bubbles really easily. She can survive 2 of those bubbles. But Marley can only survive 1. The second one would knock her out. So you definitely want to keep her hit points basically above 70. So they go a little lower on that one. Mid-tonics when if Luca gets hit by one of those cyclones. So it's just basically reacting to what Heckran is doing here. We have to attack now. Now is, like I said, the perfect time to heal up. Like I said, he gets into a very difficult phase once he gets down to half his health, but it's a predictable phase, and because of that predictability, we're able to defeat him if we do certain actions. If you do get lucky, you roll pretty high. You may not need to use an ether. I had to use 1 ether just because I was just 2 magic points short of defeating Heckran. And when we defeat Heckran, we're also going to want to defeat him with Luca, so she absorbs the experience. You don't want Marley to gain another level. We'll notice when he'll start getting more talkative when he basically is down to his half health. And the way when he gets to half health, basically what he'll do is he'll use a cyclone, then he'll use the yes indeed, and then he'll go into a counter attack. He'll basically go into this phase where it's this counter attack. Obviously, you don't want to hit him when he says this, because then he hits with a hit all attack, which really damages your party that definitely won't be able to survive. So just wait things out. When you get that brief counter attack break, that's when you can free to attack him again. And keep track of the hit points here. The guide recommends just basically using all of Marley's MP first, and then using hers as healers for the remainder of the battle. I'm trying to mix Luca in there, so I can try to get him as close to that half health, that 1,550 hit points as possible, and then hit him with one of Luca's attacks, so that takes off the most damage. So those mid-ethers will come in handy. If healing Marley with just a tonics do 50 hit points, they restore 50 hit points. If healing Marley with a tonic will basically put her around 70 hit points or below, that's when you're going to have to be forced to use a mid-tonic on her, because you want to be above that 70 hit points. Just wait for that yes indeed thing to start popping up. This is a long battle of attrition. Basically the only battle we'll be fighting here in this episode, just goes to show you how difficult it can be. There's a guy on Let's Play Archive who did it's a text, but he basically did a thing, and he basically said this is one of the things that almost made him want to quit the challenge. So yes indeed is actually a physical attack, so that's why the Mesomail helps Luca survive it, doesn't take a lot of damage from it. Molly will basically take her almost down to basically single digit hit points. That's why I want to keep her really high, almost at 98 hit points, or above the 70. So right now Molly's just going to be a healer now, because as you see she's out of all her MP. So basically when Heckran, we have that brief counterattack. We hit him with a Luca's Fire. Depending on who he cyclones, if he cyclones Marley, Marley's going to immediately use mid-tonic on herself. If he cyclones Luca, Luca can get away with just using tonic on herself. Because now they're both in a state where they can survive the yes indeed. Luca gets hit with the yes indeed, he's a mid-tonic on her. Everybody's at full health. He's in the counterattack phase. So now just wait until he gets out of that. As soon as he does, hit him with Luca's Fire. So we're just keeping track of the health. So I see he's just going to do this normal pattern, cyclone, cyclone, yes indeed, go into the counterattack phase. Cyclone hits Luca, heal with the tonic. Cyclone hits Marley, heal with a mid-tonic. This is where it helps being in the wait mode. Luca gets hit with yes indeed, mid-tonic. Marley gets hit with yes indeed, also, Marley gets hit with yes indeed. You can afford to just heal with the tonic, because you have enough time to heal her twice with 2 tonics during this time when he's just waiting for the brief counterattack. So Luca can survive another cyclone, so we can just heal her with a tonic. And now she won't be able to survive the yes indeed, so heal with her mid-tonic. See who takes. And he doesn't like Luca. As well, like I said, that Mesomail comes in handy. And we can just if Molly's at full hit points there, we can heal Luca with 2 tonics rather than the mid-tonics, saved with mid-tonics. Mid-tonics will be needed in another boss battle in a little bit. Not coming up, but later on we're going to we have the boss battle where we need the mid-tonics. So if we can afford to just use tonics, do that. There are, like I said, times when we will need to use the mid-tonics here. So now everybody can. Now we'll need to use a mid-tonic on Luca. That tonic would not allow her to just actually survive that yes indeed. Like I said, it's very defensive right now. All we're doing is just worry about being able to survive Heckran's attacks. And even though he's much faster than us, and he's basically taken like 2 turns to every one of ours, we know exactly what he's going to do on those turns and how to survive them. So it's just a matter of being patient. Slow and steady will win this race. After we defeat Heckran, he's going to be basically, right now he's basically the leader of the Mystics, which are those monsters that fought humans 400 years ago in 600 AD. And after we defeat him, he's going to basically say that like he wishes Magus, apparently a wizard, who we would have learned a little bit about if we would have talked with people back in the Middle Ages, who's waging war on the humans. Heckran's gonna basically say like, man, I wish Magus would have like summoned Lavos to destroy all the humans. And that's going to give our party the idea that, Lavos must have came from the Middle Ages, or Magus must have created Lavos. So they'll be heading back to 600 AD to basically go after Magus. There'll be a few side quests in between there. One that will take us to Prehistoria. We'll get another character in there, or last party member, but basically, like I said, the stage is being set for us to head back and do some stuff in the Middle Ages. Robo's going to be very, very good in the Middle Ages. One, because he's, our most high-level character. And two, I guess it makes sense because he's a robot. Of course he'd do good in the Middle Ages. Heckran's almost done. Like I said, we get to the point where we didn't get enough really high rolls to finish him off with just without using an ether. Once you get him down to a point where Luca can finish him off doing one of those counterattack phases, or while he says don't attack him, you can just hit him during that counterattack or that phase, and that'll kill Marley off, and then just finish Luca off on our next turn. See how I do that here coming up. I was debating whether to heal Marley there. I'm like, I'm so close, but like I said, better to be safe than sorry, better to play defensively. Tonics aren't really that expensive. We'll be doing some shelter farming after this, because like I said, we're all going back into the Middle Ages. So off screen I will be doing the shelter farming to get a lot of money. It's not necessary, but it will allow us to basically never have to worry about buying tonics, mid-tonics, because also let us buy some extra revives to be safe, and it also let us buy a new sword for Chrono. All the swords that Melkor is selling will be available over in Guardia in 1000 AD, back in Fritz's shop, the guy who we rescued from the dungeon. So we can buy a new katana there for Chrono, the same one that Melkor is selling. And that'll just, it's not necessary, but it makes battles a little bit easier to have, better weapons. So there we go, we got Luca her MP back. Heckran is pretty much almost ready to die. Let him see if he finishes off Marley. And he does. So that means Luca can finish him off now. She just has to wait her turn. And with this fire, we will have defeated Heckran, one of the more difficult bosses. Luca gains another level, but more importantly, Chrono and Marley did not gain a level. And there Heckran spills the beans and gives us the idea. Let's go back to 600 AD. So, there we go. Let's go back. And we were told earlier that this whirlpool will take us back to Guardia. We saw this little whirlpool near our house at the beginning of the game. This is back there. And let's go to Luca's house real quick. At certain points in the game, Luca's father will give her armor. These tavern type armors. There's like a tavern vest, tavern mail. They basically like help increase her defense against fire attacks. But they also help, they increase her speed. So one gives +1, another one gives like +2, another one gives like +3 to her speed. Helps speed her up a little bit. We gotta wait for him, though, to give the money to his wife there. And there we go. So, not really going to be useful for us in this playthrough, but it'll allow us to take the Mesomail off of Luca and put it on Robo, because that'll help Robo out a little bit in the medieval ages where we're going to. Just gotta go trying to find the market here. That's the last house I go to. There we go. And there is Fritz. Remember, we saved him. He was at the guillotine back in the jail. And because we saved him, he's going to give us 10 mid-ethers. At such low level, mid-ethers ain't as important as, you know, mid-tonics. But say anything we get for free is good. So let's get those freebies out here. So he's in Chrono's debt, but he's not going to give us a discount. But I guess business is business. So yeah, we're going to buy that red katana. Obviously fill up on our tonics. Like I said, we gotta get around 90 tonics. Buy some mid tonics too as well, and buy some revives. You only need about 10 revives, but I'm gonna buy a little bit extra just because I have the money, or I will have the money after I do that shelter farming. So now this won't take us back to the Middle Ages. It'll actually take us to the end of time. But it'll also unlock a partner gate in the end of time. You'll notice now there will be 2 more gates at the end of time. One in the opposite corner up there. But like I said, we're not really going to be worried about that gate right now. Yeah, that one's the one that's going to take us to 600 AD. But let's heal ourselves up here with this free inn. Save our game, and then we'll head back, like I said, to 600 AD to do that farming. I'll do that off screen, buy that katana, and I'll see you in the next episode with those shelters and new equipment. Bye!